Can an HOA tell you what color to paint your house? Generally, yes, but only if the color rule was properly adopted, applies to everyone equally, and doesn't target specific cultural or religious practices. Paint color restrictions are one of those rules that feel obviously legitimate until you look closely. Most boards assume that because exterior appearance standards are common in HOAs, any color restriction must be enforceable. That assumption has gotten communities into trouble more than once. For a paint color rule to be enforceable, it needs to exist in the governing documents as a formally adopted rule, not just as a suggestion from an architectural review committee or a standard that's been enforced by habit. It needs to be applied consistently. If one homeowner gets approved for a warm gray and another gets denied for a nearly identical shade, that is a problem. And it can't be applied in a way that effectively targets a specific cultural or religious tradition. Restricting the colors associated with certain cultural practices, for example, while approving comparable shades under different names, is the kind of thing that draws fair housing scrutiny. Now, that might seem like we're splitting hairs, but here's an example. A homeowner from India may associate deep reds, saffron oranges, and vibrant colors with their cultural or religious practices. Colors commonly used in Hindu traditions during celebrations like Diwali. If a board systematically rejects those shades while approving comparable hues under different names for other homeowners, that pattern is exactly the kind of thing that draws the fair housing scrutiny. Here's the thing though, this is very rare. It's a high bar to prove, and a single color dispute almost never raises to that level on its own. The risk is more real when there's a pattern, multiple complaints from residents of the same background, inconsistent approval decisions, or documented biases from board members. The more interesting version of this question is what happens when a homeowner can prove that the color standards were never formally adopted, only informally enforced. This is actually more common than most boards want to admit, especially in older communities where the original governing documents have never been updated. If the rule isn't in writing and wasn't adopted correctly, the homeowner who painted their door a non-approved color may actually have a stronger position than the board sending the violation.